Howdy, Burger Town. Hello. Yesterday, Burger Town, you know what stream I watched? Sorry, Gil just interrupting me. I watched Uldrago play Ultra Kill. I don't think they've streamed it in a little bit, but I watched them do P1 and beat both of the bosses in there. They were kind of on my side monitor while I had other plans going on, but it was great seeing them actually be able to get all the way through. Sparky, Gyoju, Pepper, Max, Dio, Pouchka. Oh, sorry, that's Golden. Hi, everybody. Twitch has been acting up lately. I saw you post about like the same type of thing I'm going through, where you try and click in that upper right section of Twitch and it loads infinitely. I keep seeing, oh boy, notification up there, and it just doesn't do anything. It's nothing. So I don't know if it's a large scale issue, but like that's me too. I've seen the same thing too, Pepper. Like I can't just click the channel point bonuses. I think it was a BTTV add-on at some point where it auto claims those, but I only see the red chest and never the green success marker. So I don't know. It's been weird for sure. Hi, Matthew. Awawa, awawaha, awababa. Gosh, hi. Matthew, now that you know how good Wiggles feel, can you ever imagine going back? I cannot imagine going back to having no little leggies to kick abouties. Oh my gosh, hi. Rigo, I already mentioned on stream about you, about your Ultra Kill adventures. You're here. Hi, James. Sadly, another week where I didn't get to see you. James, I was so incredibly good to my sleep schedule this weekend. I feel amazing right now. That does mean less social time with friends. I was in bed at 1 in the morning on Friday. Probably the earliest I've ever been in bed on a Friday. This whole year minimum, that's for sure. Bork bork. Fail in, hello. You can, but only to sleep. But if you have the full body tracking while sleeping, people can see you turn and toss while you catch your Z's. You need to reach P2 now. I still have not done P2. You'll be ahead of me in that adventure. You done? Hello? What? There we go. There's a small lag there. Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
2 years of hops, Caliph hop, Caliph hop, Caliph hop.
Caliph hop. Thank you so much for 2 gosh darned years you done. That means a lot to me. I hope you're doing incredibly well today. Ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. We hop in just a gentle tiny micro hop, only 119 meters. You missed creatures this weekend. You need to rest your voice. Dio, I haven't caught up with you recently. Have you been under the weather? Is there something going on? You're so happy you feel amazing. You did not go Friday, but went Saturday, blaming your sickness recovery. I was too busy getting distracted by a lovely boy to join on Saturday, but I hope you had fun. Still, you miss me. I'll be around in the future. Although, literally, I'll be missing next weekend. I'm going to be going to Annex, which is Anthro Expo in Norman, Oklahoma, a furry con. I think last year was about 1,000-ish people that went. So I'm expecting around a similar size, but it is next weekend, which means Friday, no VR. Saturday, no VR. I'll be gone. If you're sleeping with the trackers on, you'd be worried about breaking them. I feel like my vibes are, I'm not going to say indestructible, but pretty beefy. I feel like I could clack them together like I'm playing Beat Saber with my feet and everything would be okay. You once fell asleep chewing gum and woke up chewing the same gum. For some reason, you don't really like that. You don't really turn in your sleep either. Has all the quirky things like that. I know that I turn in my sleep because occasionally I'll go like, and I'll wake up in the middle of the night, and it's like all I need to do is turn over to the other side, and I can finally go back to sleep. Like just as my sight is tired, that's all it is. Mana, are you excited about convention times? I distinctly remember after the first annex that I went to, you were in chat going like, you were there? And then I showed a picture of my fursuit, and you're like, fuck, I saw you. So, this time around, I can actually say hi. One of these days, you'll get to see my new Abby. Maybe in 2 Fridays. That's the next time the stars can align. You remember the sad times back then? That was 2023. Everything was sadder then. It's 2025 now. Things are brighter, more saturated, more FF7671 coded. So something's been entering your throat. You don't want to exasperate being in VR for like 5 hours per session like you normally are. Honestly, that's definitely the better self-care choice. But as somebody who went to bed at 1 in the morning and at least 3 of my friends are like, oh boy, 5 a.m. And it was amazing times and wonderful meetings and great conversations. And I'm like, I was in bed. I was not there for the 5 a.m. party time. Preemptively missing Kangi. That is okay. I will prepare. I will prepare a recap stream. My plan is, as long as there's no con crowd or anything else going on, the Tuesday after. So not this upcoming Tuesday, but the one after that, the first one in February. That's what I plan on probably having a recap stream ready to go for my Annex times. Lukey. Hi, Lukey. You're still unsure if you can come. You're trying your best, but you're so busy. I hope you can find some time to relax, even if it's not con time, even if you technically have time, but you're just too exhausted. I hope the rest is good to you. You're feeling great. You've been eating well. You didn't really get sick last year. I think I really only had one sickness that got me down in 2024. I basically don't go anywhere in my life. Except to the grocery store and like very rarely local people's houses and stuff. So I don't really get too many opportunities to get sick unless conventions happen, which they do, and I'm going to one. I don't really expect to get sick after Annex because I'm only going to be there for 1 full day and then half on Friday. But AC, I'm kind of expecting to get sick after AC just because there's so many people. Good morning, Aminals. Hi, Felix. Hi, Lemon. Oh, tomorrow you have sewing class? Or you'll hopefully finish your homemade kigu. Oh. So let's see. What are all the steps of a kigu? I guess you had to do all the pattern designing. That's awesome. I guess you had to say hi to Kieran. If you don't say hi to Kieran, your kigu's not going to come out nearly as well. They put that in all the instructions. Hi, Kieran.
Con Fox's Steppies G.
Oh, I was not parsing that TTS for a little bit. Con? Yeah, the Kangi, I see. Thank you so much for re-subbing the whole 20 months at the 6-month bunch. That's so nice of you. Hope you're doing well, Kieran. But that's really cool that you're making a Kigu. Is this like your first one that you're going for, you done? Someday you'll have a fixed computer for VR again. Oh, Kadoom, I didn't remember that your computer was under the weather. Is that the right way to phrase it? Probably not. That the circuits are not sparking correctly? That's a little bit cuter, I'll say that. Sorry that those circuits don't spark. I hope it does get fixed for you. Yeah, like annoyingly, you're not like ill, but your throat's like, yeah. I'm in between where it's just like, sometimes I want the sickness to take me out and I just fall asleep for a week and then I'm through it. Because just being in the middle, I don't have energy to do the things I want, but I'm just going to have to stare at a wall and wait for a week to let it go away. That's kind of more annoying to me. Evo. Hi, Evo. I hate to vent on Maine. Hi, Badger fans. Need to shout out a very serious domestic issue. The boyfriend ate all the bacon bits. If you need help hiding the body, just let me know. Con Fox's Steppy Gee. Yeah. So you need a bathrobe for a friend based on a Sona. You're making a Kigu based on yours. This is an incredibly practical skill that you're doing. Pouch girl. Pouch girl. Ooh, got some much needed rain last night. That's awesome. Was it like cozy times? You just stared at the window and like had one of your lo-fi beats to study to moments where you're just like, Ventira, hi. Ventira, did you have a nice time on Friday? I know technical difficulties grabbed you by the ankle and tried to pull you away, but you fought so hard, and you came on swinging with your tongue. Is that the right way to say conversations? Thank you, Discorder, for saving me from my terrible analogy.
Caliph loaf, caliph loaf, caliph loaf, caliph loaf, caliph hype, caliph hype, caliph hype, caliph hype.
Caliph Hype, thank you so much, Discorded, for the 44 months. Everybody doing great today. So it's a smidge brrrt. So you'll have the replacement parts by Wednesday. It's been rough not having, 3 weeks. That is rough, yeah. How, chat, if the worst happened, if you don't have access to your computer, how do you try to pass your time? I think I would just get really deep into the books that I have. Would I be fully satiated? Probably not. I'd probably rely a lot on my phone for all the interaction that my computer provides. Thanks, Kinky. I'll return the favor for your own bacon-related homicide. Oh, you have to have a bacon pact with somebody in your friend circle. You did. Thank you so much, Kella, for chatting with me on Friday. You left feeling way better. I'm very happy to hear that. I am context for you, Ventir, and other people in chat who don't know. I've been going to those Setsu meets since they started, like 3 years ago or whatever. And I used to be kind of like the host, quote unquote, emotionally in that sense. Like if a new person came in, I would make it my job to give them at least one good conversation. Nobody asked me to do this. I just wanted to. And as the meetups have grown much larger, I can't do that for everybody anymore. It's just unfeasible. And I also want to have my own conversations. But anybody who I promise loudly and publicly that I will make time for you, I will make time for you. I'll find you. I don't think I told you, Ventira, but did not know fully if you were coming, and I knew we weren't friends. So I just occasionally kept checking like the list of the people who are in the instance. I kept just looking like, oh, is Ventir here? No, I'll check again in like 5 or 10 minutes. And like I was chatting with people and I looked and I saw your name and I'm like, oh fuck, I made a promise. I have to leave my current conversation. Matos has arrived. Hi, Matos. Cal, if you skip Friday VR again, you need some negative reinforcement. I'm not good at being mean. How can I still structure this in a way that'll give me joy to do this? Kieran, how will you ever catch me being tipsy on Friday if you don't come by on Friday? So you'd cuddle up with some tea and cat and read some books. That sounds cozy as heck. You have a bit of a backlog of books. Actually, this is a perfect transition to a story, and then I'll catch up on chat. Oh wait, sorry, I haven't used this feature in a little bit. There we go. Streamers catching up on chat. True. So context. In December, when work was really slow and I was just trying to fill my time, I took a Udemy online course about technical writing because I'm in charge of some technical documentation at my work, and I wanted somebody who actually knows how it's going, how to approach giant ephemeral problems like this, and give me some advice. It took me about 5 or 6 hours to complete it, which realistically is pretty small for courses online like that. But there was a recommendation they had for a book. And I thought, oh, this is used $10 on the internet. It can just be sent my way and it'll eventually be here. I didn't realize how true eventually would be. It got delayed 4 separate times. I honestly had given up about this book coming to my house. Every time it said, it's getting delivered today, I'm like, you said that last time, stares at the window. And it did show up this weekend. So it was a book recommended called Writing Proposals, Rhetoric for Managing Change. When I purchased this, I didn't know how old it was. It was apparently first published in 2022. Oh, sorry, 2002. So 23 years ago. And it's very interesting purchasing a 23-year-old book because I opened it up and I flipped around and I'm like, oh, all of the notes in here are like faded. They were written in pencil. It's like I have a book possessed by a very gentle ghost. It's really cute. So my plan after House of Leaves is to read this book and see what I can gain from it. I did a flip through and I think it'll be an interesting subject matter for the stuff that I'm doing at my job right now. And there's 2 other books that are more like self-help oriented that I want to get to, and I think that'll kind of be my backlog in the future. All right, now look up in chat. You've kind of just been sleeping more. Ooh, woof. I have been there. God, especially when I was like a sad teenager in Alaska. It's like, oh, this thing doesn't work. I guess I'll just sleep. You'd have no excuse left to not buy a new computer. Could be a blessing, the bright side. So at off time, Lemon says during my play rehearsals, I bring a steno pad and just write voraciously. It's a good feeling, but your hand get cramped. That's really cute. I was actually talking to a friend recently about like I should bring back doing regular wrist stretches into my life. Like when I did art all the time, it was just part of my warm up of, oh, I should get ready, start stretching wrist, start stretching wrist. But ever since I started my job, I haven't really drawn at all, so that got out of my habit. But I still use my wrist a lot. I would say an above average amount through all the typing I do for streams, for like my self stuff, my journaling, writing with journaling. I should take better care of my wrist. I only have two of them, and I don't want to try and ever replace one. So yeah, I kind of want to bring that habit back. Ooh, solo board games usually go to when you want to be offline. That's really interesting, Evo. I don't know if I've ever done a solo board game. I've done like solo card games when I was younger, like solitaire, but I don't know if I've experienced a solo board game. Is that like almost is the only analogy I can think of off the top of my head? Is that kind of like a singular kind of D&D campaign, but you're just going through the book and seeing what happens? Can't imagine who else could do a better job than you. Long ears, thank you. I can confirm that Kelf will go, I saw Xlog on, I must go to them. I do that pretty consistently. Thank you so much, Kelf. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, and like I said, Ventira, I feel very lucky in my life for many reasons, but one of which is it feels like every time someone new comes to the meets, serendipity is smiling upon me. Like when Silver Bask first came to the meets, they were very nervous. They had never been to like a 60 to 80 person instance. So I pulled them off to like a very quiet section of the world, and a couple people they know happened to walk on over without me even trying or doing anything. And serendipity smiled on our situation with Silver joining us, Zarua, not Basky. And, you know, it was great. I feel like that was a perfect, oh man, technical difficulties suck. How's everything going? Oh, wait, this topic I'm really interested in. Easy. And I didn't join the conversation, Ventira, but I saw you talking with Issa and Jovi, and I hope that was really fun too, because I know Jovi also just beat Outer Wilds. Hi, Vibey. Hi. So if you don't show up to contest it, you'll automatically have to accept all compliments said about you during the meet. True. This could not be appealed in absentia. Kelf waiting for a book, like a dog waiting for a human to come home. So, like, I live the majority of my life downstairs in this house. Like, my room's here, my bedroom's here, all of my stuff is here, my streaming setup's here. I basically go upstairs to get water and eat, and then I exist downstairs. But between the down and up is the front door. So therefore, every time while I was waiting for this package, I'm like, I should look. I should open the front door and see if something's there. And I'm like, no, stop it. Do not look. Just wait until you get the notification on your phone. 2002 does not feel like 23 years ago. I know. How long in total did it get to you? The technical writing book took a month and a half to arrive, and it said it would take a week. So that's why I kind of like emotionally was giving up. But since it was $10, I wasn't like, I didn't feel like I was scammed too much. Ooh, how far am I into House of Leaves? So 250, I would say, pages. It's a 700-page book, and it's also a book where you jump around a lot, and I've read some of the appendix content. So 250 asterisks. Oh my gosh, Hawk, hello. Hawk, how does it feel to be three-dimensional? Oh, wow. I hope you feel so cool about it. I personally love 3D VTubing. I used to have it wasn't even a 2D like PNG tuber. It was just a static image was what I first started streaming. But it's much easier nowadays with stuff like VideoTube and VSeeFace. It's very accessible to just jump into whatever you want. I'm very behind on chat, but hi, Raiders. I see Zap right there. Hi, Zap. Hope you're all doing great. Tell me how Hollow Knight was. Do you ever just like want to show somebody Obsidian, you open it up, and then you accidentally show a journal which says embarrassing things you wrote about them? No, I've never accidentally done that. Hi, Deckies. Hello. Was it like a "you're so pretty" type of thing, or was it?
Califlove, Califlove, Califlove.
Are we gonna make it to the FFFFF 7671?
Califlove, 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 Califff 76
Oh, we almost got through. You almost mapped it out, techies. Thanks for the 47 months, Decky Lamau. So nice to see you. I'm gonna make sure I read Hawk's message and then get back to getting caught up. So Hollow Knight was quite fun today. You got to explore a lot of stuff, avoid the Fog Canyon, because God, Fog Canyon's so mean to you. So Blotcher is pretty good. Got a good run going on the Wii Joker. That's awesome. I'm glad you had a lot of fun today, friend. All right, now I'm going back up. Do I use my wrist a lot for boy-related activities too? I mean, I'm a boy, so technically, yes. Your wrist is dying. Will I do anything about it? No, you should. Man, one of the things I did when I was like doing a lot of art, especially when I did commissions, is I did the lowest effort thing that still felt good to my body, which was walk to the CVS and then purchase a wrist brace. And I still have it. It's right there. And I told myself, I made a contract with me where if I ever feel a tingle in my wrist, I have to put the brace on. I literally, no questions, cannot not do that. And I feel like that was a really good decision. Silver mention activated. Delta. Hi, Delta. Hi, Lings. So nowadays you only buy board games that have a solo mode. You can play on your own. Your recent obsession is Libertalia. Libertalia is furry pirates. I mean, I have to see the art of this right now. Libertalia. Scurvy pirate crews. Oh, are there furries? I'm clicking through. I only see traditional humans, but I might have not searched the full thing correctly. You plan out your rock collection to show the dragon too that I have a pretty hoard. That's really adorable. I'm finally done with the raid. I made it. Oh, it was Anne X related. Oh, so, I'm just trying to think what embarrassing thing could be related to that. I guess it's like, oh my God, I'm so excited to meet them and hold their hand and maybe cuddle them in my bed if they want to. That's kind of what I imagine it is that you shared with them. I can imagine the awkward feelings there, friend. Zayden. Hi, Zayden. Oh, exploding jellyfish. Yeah. I wonder if I knocked on a content creator's door, would I recognize their voice? Like, in a way, sort of, I'm a mailman and not a creepy stalker way. I don't know. I feel like it would be... Like, chat, if you saw me at, like, a Walmart and you heard just, like, this random person with my voice, what would you do? How would you react if you're like, is that Caliph? I don't know for sure. Do you say Caliph and then just embrace if there's possible awkwardness? Kingy Roo, how do you do? Hi, Faye. Faye, I'm doing really well. I have been having a lovely day. I feel like I've been taking good care of myself. I went to bed at 1 in the morning on Friday and 2 in the morning Saturday, respectively. And I feel very calm. I feel like I have a great peace of mind right now. Question. When you get a turntable setup going, would I be needing anyone to hook you up with a particular soundtrack? That would be lovely. If you have any suggestions, Delta, in terms of like speaker setups, I would be curious. I've gotten a number of different turntable suggestions from people, but really nothing about speakers. Oh, you fixed your PC crashes now? You can join VR chat? Just got to find the energy, maybe a small nap before the meetup. If you pop by, Zayden, I will say hi, and I will pet your face, and I will look down at you like the foxes look, because I do that a lot when I talk to you in Twitch. Oh, Cape and Fang is a really cool furry pirate graphic novel. That sounds awesome. Also, hi, Lar. Victor, are you going to Annex again like you did last year? Cape and Fang. Furry? Do I just say furry? Is that the autocomplete? You eat something because you're quite hungry? You should! Oh, you wish it was that, Rago? Oh, God. Oh my gosh, Rick Fernella. Rick, how did it feel that Rigo just gifted you an ultra kill stream out of the middle of nowhere? Did you feel so delighted? You're just flustered and less hating everything. I'm glad it's just like that. I definitely understand why all the YouTubers have like a template vault and not showing off any of their personal stuff. I am paranoid a lot about accidentally tabbing over to my Obsidian and showing something that I maybe shouldn't. But right before I start stream, I usually close everything. There's no tabs open right now, so I feel very safe to just be like, "Oh wow, hi." You'd run up and go, "You want a kangaroo?" And then I would just bark and say, "Yeah, I'm a dog." Is that Kelef? Check the wiggles. Oh, so the original Libertalia is with humans, but it was republished with new furry art. I mean, I love that. They're like, we have a successful board game, but what if it was cooler? Oh, that is cute. I'm gonna hide the chat thing, even though I am still behind. But yeah, apparently they're like sky pirates. That's cute. Scout, apprentice, beggar, innkeeper, cabin boy, bandit. Oh, look at them. I like the surgeon. That's pretty rad. Oh, the cook looks so handsome. Oh, I remember this phrase. Where was it? Go back to the last picture. This phrase, Top Man. I remember Top Man specifically because of Obra Dinn. Hi, Lyra. Lyra, I was in a call with somebody yesterday, and we happened to be scrolling through a Discord server, and an image that you're in was there. And they said, God, I see this art everywhere. Everybody loves it so much. They keep posting it in all the Discords I'm in. And I'm like, Lamau. I know who that is. Say Kelef, then flee. Kelef? Just run away. First off, just check if they dance around randomly. I try not to be too weird if I'm just at like a Walmart or, you know, out in the real world. At a con, I will be very strange. I will be wiggling extensively at Annex. If it's the exact voice, you go like, hey, I like your stuff, and then mostly keep shopping. The chat, have you ever met like a famous person IRL? I'm gonna put my I'm behind on chat moniker up again. This was back right before Skyrim was released, so a very long time ago. But I worked at a cupcake shop in Northern Virginia, and for context, Bethesda, the game company, is in Maryland, Bethesda, Maryland. So they're right next to each other, Maryland and Virginia. And I was working at my cupcake shop, and I was very excited for Skyrim at the time. I like watched those IGN videos with behind the scenes talks with Todd Howard and everybody. And I see someone walk into the shop and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's Todd Howard. And he had like a child in his arms and who I was assuming was his wife right there. And it was an unfortunately busy time, so I couldn't be like, I like your games. But I sold them their cupcakes. I saw the name on the card, Todd Howard. I swiped it and they went on their merry way. So I was not weird about it publicly. I was just weird about it in my head. Or the reverse. You're gonna need to sign for something and geek out about it. I have a certified letter for a kangaroo. Oh shit, badger pants. If I heard your voice in Walmart, I guess I think, Calif doesn't live anywhere near me. That would be correct, true. Hi, Fang. Fang, why are you blushing so much? What's on your mind? Oh, your staff. So yes. I mean, I'm gonna be going. In terms of people I know going, Victor, like 100% no going. It's a pretty tiny list. I know like Uldrago, I know Gunner the Rat, I know Ox, I know maybe Mana. I think that might be it. I might be forgetting someone. I mean, my husband too, but of course. Akka. Hi, Akka. You were blessed. You were. You have a couple extra copies of Redacted Volume 1 considered than yours. I appreciate that. That's very sweet of you to say. You're nervous about showing things, that I always have window captures requiring specific windows. Yeah, I'm a freakazoid who just uses display capture. I'd like to think that I've built up enough skill in this particular medium over the past 4 years that I won't show personal info. It's very rare that I show a Telegram or a Discord DM, but I will admit it has happened before. That feeling when you step away for a few minutes and come back to 4 tabs of Caliph. Top man. Not sure if I can recommend much for speakers. You've collected some nice, oh, chat moved because the ad thing. Is that Kilpsh ones over the years? You understand them to be contentious. That's interesting. Oh, I was lurking when that happened, Rago, that OK Donuts walked on into your stream and they're like, wow, you're cracked at this game. I thought that was so cute. You've met Tech9 a couple times. He's kind of cagey, but his mom is super sweet. Oh, fixed her cell phone at an old job. Fascinating. And then Todd Howard came into my shop and asked if I wanted to join Bethesda, and that's how Elder Scrolls was made. True facts. True facts. Hi, Gingy. Hi. Gingy, I thought it was so cute. I was in Zord's stream a lot earlier. I was lurking because I was doing certification stuff, but I was listening. I thought the conversation about the markdown syntax betrayal with the 2 asterisks was very funny. So you managed to scrounge out the energy needed to craft katsukare for dinner? That sounds amazing. So you caught Jeff Daniels as he was leaving a theater in New York. You didn't say anything because he looked tired. Yeah. Even as somebody who knows a redacted number of people and routinely sees them in Twitch or VR chat, I feel like I would be very tired if I had to do this every day to 100 times that number. You haven't eaten today? Go eat dinner. Go eat dinner! Take care of yourself. I'm at the bottom of chat now. That's what that means. Exclamation point chat. There we go. Hello, chat. Welcome to the bottom. You can fight amongst yourself who's going to be the bottom. But I have a post-it right here. That was actually a pretty good flick. I normally hate how thin these are, but I flicked that very nice. I did make tea. I made a hot apple cider tea. I thought about making something else because I do this all the time. But then I thought about that thought. Like, why would I change what's making me happy? Discord 2 feature full for coding posts. Yeah, with like the triple, not tilde marks, but the thing that's next to that, like the slanted apostrophe, whatever that's called. Like a backtick? I don't know. Javi, started from the bottom, now we're here. Yeah, just like that. Can you have a rar before you go? I guess so. Hello. Hi, Rago. I can't believe you fought so hard. You sweated, you toiled, you writhed your body against that Modos Prime. Oh, sorry, looks at notes. Minos Prime. So proud of you for getting through that. Rawr. A backtick or a grave? Oh man, I'm having flashbacks to when I watched BMO do Connections. It's not a today one, don't worry about it. It was months ago. But they had a Connections. Oh no, it wasn't even Connections. It was like the slidey slide thingy. I don't know if they don't know what that means. But anyway, it was all about like different marks above letters, and they had wild names. And Grave was there. You like calling them anti-commas? Anti-commas. There we go. You also might have met Seth Green. It was at a gas station, and you were looking at the guy, and he goes, "What?" And I go, "Nothing. You look like Seth Green." And he goes, "Oh, thanks. I just looked up a washed-up hack today." Then walks outside, gets into a Ferrari, and drives away. Which sounds like such a Seth Green thing to do in public. I would 100% believe that that was Seth Green. Can you set it up so that whenever you leave that catching up scene, it activates a bottom of chat redeem that people can race to get? I could make that happen. Javi, how are you doing, by the way? I'm trying to remember. We chatted near each other the other day, and what was it, the pupper? Is that the base that you have now? That's exciting. I love that base. Chat, it's time for everybody's favorite part of my stream, where I talk about my job and how excited I am about it, and then I'm a big old nerd about all the things that I'm doing, because I haven't streamed since Thursday, which means Friday occurred a whole day. I promise, as a reward, chat, for listening to my work stories, I'll talk about silly VR chat times. That'll be a reward. Oh gosh, I talked to Issa. What's that about? We'll learn. Oh, Ventira's right here. How'd that go? We'll learn about it. So you've slid into being a Skull Dog lately. Oh, is that the, what was it? Don't Jinx It or Jinxed or something like that. It looked very cute. I've seen Oh Hey It's Way wear that before, and I know Bass Boost is very excited about it. I think it's super handsome. There's gonna be an ad starting in like a minute and I'm out of skips, so maybe I'll just run the ad early and then I'll catch up on my tea and water, and then I'll tell stories. I won't tell any big story, but I will read sub messages during the ad, starting now. Yeah, it's a very handsome avatar. I like that. There are so many virtual avatars that I just want to put my virtual face next to and also give virtual kisses to. Skull Dogs count in that list. That was a nice sip. Oh, I should also sip water. I'm gonna be so hydrated. I'm gonna do so many good self-care things today on stream, chat. I believe in myself. I don't know if I asked you, chat, you as a cohesive unit, how was your day? How was your weekend? Was it nice? I thought it was funny. I was watching my friend Lunar Booho for their birthday celebration. They were streaming Undertale blind, and they at some point said, "Chat, I don't know if I want to call you chat. What do you want to be called?" And personally, as a chat member, I love being called chat. If there's anything that's gonna make my non-existent tail wag when streamer goes, "Hey chat, how's it going?" That feels really good. I have been indoctrinated to loving being called chat. Open to that Mahjong grind? Have you gotten anybody to join you since your recent obsession? You have too many options for tea. You don't know what to brew. Is your pantry all full of like custom creations now? In a mix of things bought from the store? Zerg harness. Rawr. I did see the Zerg. Well, I saw the Zerg on the internet. I haven't seen it in virtual reality. So the ad's over. I'll read everybody message now. Oh, you meant way due to being in it? That's great. That's Skull Dog to Skull Dog communication. I think Way is really cute. I really enjoyed getting to talk to them at Anthrocon earlier last year. So working on another Skull Dog model too, and you're like, did I just shift species? I mean, it's a good shift. I like a good Skull Dog. The Shitheads is also solid. It's a name you grow into. I feel like that implies that I'm a gremlin in chat, though, if I'm being called a shithead, which I really don't do. I love Merle as a friend and I love Merle as a streamer, but I cannot relate to the high gremlin energy that the vast majority of their chatters have. I know, I do love the brat chat. Chat. So exciting things happened yesterday. You took the train to another city nearby you with a bunch of photographers. It was one of the best trips you've ever taken. Took pics, drank a bit, ate a lot, saw some beautiful city views. It was fantastic. That's amazing. I love that for you. New people know. You played a late night game with Vincent the other day. That's awesome. You dedicated 2 cabinets in your kitchen to tea. I'm jealous. Are there 4 cabinets related to mugs? I guess that's also probably related to tea. You get funny looks sometimes. Bana, my husband, at one point, it was either near a birthday or for Christmas, he was like, oh, what do you want? What should I like try and look for you? And I said, you could always get me another tea mug. And he looked at me, very serious, not joking. He said, you have enough mugs. Which I don't even think I have that many. But ever since that moment, I told myself, I will never ask for another mug ever. You should get a Skull Bold ref done someday. I think that'd be really cool. Hi, Chase. Drop by to say hi. Whoa, you're written in your plane. Head back towards the Pacific coast for a hotshot crew to help with the wildfires. Wow. Kelif Gremlin is more like Kelif energy. Kelif I do like a lot. It's interesting to see how other artists and other streamers interpret that word. Because I feel like most that I see around, like, don't I have like an F-pop Like, let's see. Oh yeah, even like Rick Finello's it's more like a suspicious, like, which I think is another valid interpretation. And it's all based on like how you do the intonation, like, And I think it's cute that they're both named the same way. One of your friends said the same thing to you. So you're trying to get the BF to get rid of the chip mugs, but they're his favorite, he says. Sinks full, counter overflowing, not a plate inside. All coffee mugs? Is this like the ADHD life where you just have a bunch of mugs on your desk and then you take them once a week down to the kitchen and that's why you need so many of them? Yeah, exactly. True. Yeah. All right. The ads are over. I've caught up to the bottom of chat. Now I'll tell silly work stories, which I'm personally jazzed about. I am in an interesting position right now with my job. Context, because I know not everybody hears all the stories I tell on stream. I have been really wanting to push a lot of changes towards my big work project. And this previous Wednesday, I gave an hour-long presentation slash talking with my boss, and I think it went very well, but he just needed some, like, time to digest, like, all the stuff that I had talked about before we had another meeting about it. I thought it was very fair. It was a big presentation. There was a lot of things that I wanted to introduce to the code, and he needs to walk through it when he finally has time. And then Thursday happened, and I was like, oh, I really want to try and solve another problem for my boss. So I worked all day on a thing. And then on Friday in the morning, I said, oh, hey, I tried to solve this problem. I'd love to talk about it with you whenever you get a chance. He doesn't have a chance. He's too busy for me. So then on Friday in the stand up, he said, oh, Kelif, I actually, high priority, can you do this thing? And he starts to walk through it. And as he's talking, I'm listening and I'm taking notes. And he keeps using words like click over here, manually write these things down. If you, with your human eyes, see a pattern, write this. And as he's chatting, the only thing I can think is you could 100% automate all the stuff that he's asking me to do manually. And I have no idea why he's asking me to do this manually. So at the end of the meeting, I was like, just to be clear, this is the exact thing you need from me, right? And then I listed off what I'd written down. And he said, yeah, you got it. And I said, cool. And then I spent the next couple hours writing a piece of automation that would do that exact thing. Because when he talked about it, it felt to me as if he's done this manually before. So therefore, he's just content in those ways. He's just thinking to himself, this is the only way. There exists no way I don't have time to automate this. It must be done with a manual fashion. And I disagreed. And I have a lot of time compared to my boss, so this is the exact type of thing I want him to give to me, which is ways for me to make his life easier and faster and maybe give some time back into his day. So Friday, I spent a couple hours working on this. I spent a lot of time like double checking and making sure I had all the information that was accurate, probably longer than I needed to. And then I sent a message to my boss in the afternoon that was like, hey, I finished your high priority research. Here it is. By the way, I also automated it. Here's like all of the script code. But if you just want to look at the final product, it's also right there. And I left like a lot of comments in it just to make sure I thought it would be very approachable and easily understood. In other words, phrasing that long story down to a single sentence, I feel like I'm the teacher and my boss is the student, and he's late on looking at 3 homework assignments, and I keep extending the deadline. My boss has said, oh man, I have this issue. It can't be solved. I solve it. He doesn't have time to look at it. Oh man, it's impossible to do this. I solve it and send it to him. He doesn't look at it. Oh, Kel, if I need this high priority thing, it's really important. I solve it and make it automated. He doesn't look at it. I guess it shouldn't really bother me at the end of the day because I'm getting paid, I'm learning, I am still problem solving. The way I described it to my boss is that I feel like imagine like a pot of water on a stove and it's not boiling over just yet, it's just starting to bubble. That's where I feel like I'm at right now, where at some point this will become a large issue. It will boil over if he cannot make time for me, if he cannot make either time for feedback or time to respond to these things that I keep sending him that he's asking for. But if it does boil over, we're going to have an issue. If he's waiting for like 5 or 10 projects or whatever, and he keeps giving me new things with zero feedback, I realize this is the first step to a possible issue. And I will give extra context that I didn't mention here yet, and then I'll catch up on chat. It was like a very busy week. Like I knew there were asks from the clients that were high priority, and I agreed that they are more important than my projects. But at the same time, I don't want to just be twiddling my thumbs on Monday because I have finished 3 projects and I'm kind of waiting for him to look at them. So I want to get him at least like some modicum of a benefit of the doubt, but I understand this is the first step towards a larger issue. So it's an interesting spot to be in. Once a week is very optimistic. Hi, Kai. I feel like I use too many mugs daily because I do my morning coffee or tea, my afternoon coffee or tea, and then my evening decaffeinated hot tea. So I generate 3 mugs a day, but because I work from home, I feel like it is my job, like almost the housewife mentality of these chores need to be done in a regular cadence, and I don't want my husband to have to do them. So I have relegated myself to every kitchen chore. I did the like parent scolding thing to myself right before stream. I said, "Oh boy, I want to get ready for stream and talk to Gally when they stop by." And then I said, "Caliph, you can't stop stream until you do all the dishes." And I said, "Fine." And then I went upstairs and I did them and I came down to set up. So you're getting a countertop dishwasher very soon. The hand washing thing is not working out. I think the vast majority of people I know cannot interface with hand washing long term. I grew up in a house where everybody hated dishwashers, and therefore I absorbed the mentality the dishwashers suck. And I sadly have not gotten over that. I still hold that deeply to my chest. But that does mean I'm very good at hand washing. I find it meditative. I like it, but I do understand it's very time consuming. You came with the raid. Hi, Andy. Andy, hope you're doing great. So I had to use the dishwasher recently. Had to get someone to show you how. You've never used one before. I have never used a dishwasher. I've just been around a community of hate with it, so I never bothered trying to ever use it. I will say one of the reasons that I don't interface well with dishwashers is this was like a previous roommate issue. I understand it's not like an everybody thing, but my previous roommate would use the dishwasher and then literally never put any of the dishes away, and the dishes just live clean in the dishwasher. I look in the parts of the cupboard where the bowls go or the plates go, and I say, "Where is this thing?" And they're like, "Oh, it's in the dishwasher." And I'm like, it literally lives there. It never gets to its home. And that really bugged me. So if it's government, it could be a shady money thing that keeps it from being automated. I understand that perspective, but with the particular thing that I was automating for him, it's like it doesn't need to run in a regular cadence. It's like he occasionally needs this specific type of info, like let's say once every 2 months. It's like I just wrote a script that can get that, and if it needs to be slightly modified in the future, I can do it. I really just want to generate an Excel file, speaking in simple terms. This is where I put a cute wiggly Roo if I had one. If there's only a problem-solving Roo on Twitch. Oh, me. Call on me, models. Whoa, I'm right here. Foodski, aren't you so excited that we're going to get married soon? This is an in-joke based on a stream that happened earlier. But anyway, hi, Foodski. Thank you so much for accepting that coin flip. Do I have a coin nearby? I do. Okay, I got a coin right here. Traditional quarter. Heads, I have Foodski type a message in chat and I kiss their little text box and they feel things virtually. Tails, I speak softly to Foodski and scold them for not kissing me. There it goes. Oh, it's a tails. No text box kisses for Foodski. The coin flip was not on our side. Foodski, I really thought we had something. I really thought that after you accepted the coin flip for our fake virtual marriage in a video game, we could have a makeout session, but you let other people into the room and interrupted it. Oh. All right, anyway, my bit's over and I'm going to catch up on chat. My kitchen upstairs, yes. So God, my husband described this to me like 3 years ago. I think our house style is technically called like a reverse ranch, where like main floor is the top floor, like the ground level, quote unquote, is the main floor. And then there's a fully finished basement, very heavy quotes. It's not underground, but it's the lower level. And that's where I am. Until I talk to the fish. Hi, fish. Punshu, hi. What are my thoughts for the upcoming week? Am I feeling optimistic? That's a very interesting question. I'm also behind on chat, so I'm going to put up my thing so no new people think I'm ignoring them. I'm just behind. Am I feeling optimistic? I would say I'm positive, but there's something I haven't talked about. It's a perfect reason to also mention it to the information world of my stories. So, I work in government contracting. This means with the change of office that's happening, there's a lot of executive orders coming through. And let's just say that people are nervous about these executive orders. There is a quote unquote return to work mandate happening where I read the executive order. The verbiage is as you would expect. It's very catty. It's like, "Ah, so many government offices are vacant. They are empty. This is shameful. This is a travesty that nobody is there in these government funded buildings. We have to return to work." In other words, they're trying to make people stop working from home because they hate people. That's like the shorthand. So there's literally no knowing of how that will affect me or other contractors like my environment. I literally live in Kansas, and that thing is many states away, the building that they're referring to. But let's just say that there are tensions in the air. People are unsure of what's happening, and not even contractors, the actual people, the government employees who work there every day and probably have for 20 plus years. They're like, we go into the office like twice a week. What do you mean you want us there every day? And that's not like super official. They have to make a decision by a certain future date. But because of that, I couldn't answer immediately that I'm super optimistic just because a lot of people are talking about that right now. Hand washing is fine when you have a good sponge. We have a great sponge. They're great if you have like one or two people of dishes. Yeah, for the counter dishwasher. A former roommate was like that. Ooh, shakes fist, shakes fist. Hi, Tifer. Tifer, hello. How are you? Guilty of storing the dishes in the dishwasher, but you live alone. You empty the dishwasher the rest of the way when you need to wash more dishes. I think that's very valid. Sploogin and Cumpin hard. You got back from I read that as fight. You got back from a fight? That's what I was like pausing. From a flight over a family funeral. You need the big cumps and vibes, please. Don't worry, I have the coziest of voices for you, Tifer. That does sound like a lot to deal with, and I hope you're recovering okay. Kayoliolio. Kelif needs the doctor is inside. Where the dish out solutions and everyone's problems for a quarter. I was playfully joking with my boss on Friday where I was just like, the server gave me this error yesterday morning and I could not move forward on my task. And all I wanted to do was work on that. But instead, I tried to solve a new problem. And he was like, not in the fucking mood for my silliness. He was like, so Kelif, is the server thing gonna keep you from working? And I'm like, no, I was just being silly. So I'm trying to bring levity to my workplace, but only going so well. I don't think you zoomed in enough for this. Well, perfect timing because... Hi, Gali. Hello. So nice to see you. Gali, is there a river connecting me to you? Can you swim on down, give me a high five before work tomorrow? Is that too much of an ask? Is that too much of a time commitment? Would you do it for me? Rawr. Reverse split level. Thank you, husband. These are things my brain does not care to remember, but I know my husband remembers. Divvy. Hi, Divvy. Divvy, are you so excited for the, what is it, the puppy invitational? I know it's not called that, but the Balatro thing that Poppin's doing? You have to do it like in the game. They use a double-headed coin. Whoa! Oh, you are? I love that for you, Divvy. Caleb's so lovely. Gosh, gosh. Whoa, gosh. Fortnite? Yeah, so true. I need to just say executive order Fortnite and then not worry about it. Yeah, it'll be interesting, Javi. It's because everything's up in the air that builds anxiety. Like having a firm answer allows you to process emotions. Waiting for an answer allows you to imagine worst possible things happening. And I think that's kind of the air of uncertainty at my job. Like we had an all hands it's a bi-weekly meeting. It didn't happen because the executive order, but we had a bi-weekly meeting with a contracting company, and they were just like, everybody, there's literally no answers right now, and the second we know what's going to happen, we'll tell you. And I think that's true. The person who leads those meetings is like really cheerful. You can tell they love their job. They love like interfacing with people and communicating, and I think they're very fun. I like them. But they had like the serious moment, and I think they handled it well. They really care about making sure that people are understood in this situation. So you're glad it's been a very emotional weekend. You need someone to feel comfortable around, not people I need to mask my silly storytelling mood from. Yeah. There's never any easy answers in situations like this, Tifer. I just hope you can have the time and the space to process and just to feel a little bit cozy. I do have some tea right here to help me feel cozy. I have a stuffed animal to feel cozy. I was in a Discord call for like 4 to 6 hours yesterday. It was very nice. And during that, I held a pillow and my, what do you call this? The Welsh Dragon. That's what it is. My red Welsh Dragon stuffed animal, one of my favorites that my husband gifted me. I just kissed them. They provide a lot of comfort to me. So you couldn't imagine how much Balatro science I'm prepping to distribute. So, Divvy, I don't know essentially all of the notes about this thing, so I'm curious to pick your brain. So, with the format of the Balatro competition up and coming, are the seeds like available as in like everybody at home can play along? Because I think that'd be very fun. So old client with some government stiffs and humor is not at all something they get. Yeah, and I thought like, I barely interface with the clients directly, and I understand from their perspective why. Like, oh, well, Caliph is still learning, they're still getting trained. We don't want them to like do something in front of the client that would embarrass us. And I get that. So I was like, ooh, I'll just do it to my boss. I'll bring some levity only to him. He just works on the contract. He hasn't been in the government for 30 years. No, he wasn't feeling it. Anticipatory anxiety is the worst. Yeah. I used to have a pretty big problem with it, but I feel like I've gotten better and better over the years at just like focusing on the now, focusing on the what I can do. I like the way that Old Drago phrased it on their stream yesterday, where they said something to the effect of, focusing on what we can change and the people in our lives and making their lives better through our direct actions is much better than waiting for something on a larger scale to happen. Me, you, any individual chat member, we can't really affect the world quickly. We can't snap our fingers and make something happen. We don't have $1 billion in a closet from our uncle that says, actually stop being horrible everything in the world. But we can do is make our friends smile. We can provide comfort. We can be cozy with them. We can sit in a Discord call and watch a movie. We can flirt for hours via text and images with stickers and Telegram. Like, we can do things to improve the people we cares about days, even if we can't fix the larger structure or problem. You love the way Kelf says, whoa! It's so cute. I'm glad. Hopefully someone just goes like, Trump doesn't know shit, isn't going to enforce shit. I mean, that'd be the ideal, yeah. What time? Any time. Just hook me up. So you're currently cold brewing orange white tea right now. Whoa. And a Ritlock plushie in the mail. Got more plushies. You're hunting for more. I haven't bought a plushie in quite a long time. Honestly, I think the last time I got a plushie was when we went to the St. Louis Zoo, the husband and I, which is a while ago. But the St. Louis Zoo has amazing plushies. I have like an anteater from them. I have a raccoon from them. My husband has a giant polar bear from them. They also like orders and more like executive suggestions. True. I did not think Poppin is revealing them before the event. Imagine they let, yeah, definitely. Like, not until it happens. They don't want people to prep like answers beforehand and quote unquote cheat or push their luck ahead of everybody else. But playing along at home, that's what I'm interested in. I want people to be like, ooh, I found it. You can do this. And people are like, oh my God, whoa, I got this instead. I want that conversation to happen. We can't change the world, but if everyone changed the little corner of it, there'd be nothing left to do. True. And I care a lot about pushing forth positive change, like even as something as quote unquote small as what Ventira and I were talking about earlier on stream. It's like I said in chat earlier in the week, join me in VR and I would love to say hi to you and try and help you feel welcome and cozy. They popped in. I did my best to do just that. And that was like my small push for positive change on Friday. Zero. Hi, Zero. So nice to see you. Zero, how would you say, have you had enough dragon licks yet in your life, or are you still begging for more? I always have trouble with anticipatory anxiety. A lot of emotions come to play, and I usually don't handle them very well. I'm thankful for the meditation in my life for kind of slowing my brain down, because before I ever got into meditation, like right around when I broke up with my ex 10 or so years ago, it's like I was in a much different headspace than I am now. I'd like to say that I'm a lot more calm, that a lot more in the moment, and even just something as simple as like focusing on my breath or focusing on whatever is here in the moment that allows me to slow down and not get lost in a thought train and get moved to a station I don't want to be to. An Anteater plush sounds so cute. They're adorable and I love them. Hi, Vince. Oh, you have a Ritlock plush, a Space Turtle Mood plush, and a few crocheted stingrays, water flaps, a crocheted deer from a friend too. The crocheted deer sounds right up your alley. You finally start going to the VR meetups. You always forget Friday, although I'm going to be gone next weekend. I'm going to a con annex, Anther Expo next week. But after that, I'll be very consistently at the meets. Can you ever have enough dragon licks? Like, actually, so true, so wise. Caleb's good at making people feel cozy in VR chat. Zap, I feel like you are, how do I phrase this? I feel like I'm almost aggressively like I'm going to find you to new people in VR. Cause like Zap knows, like we were at a Saturday meetup and I was like, we were at a log cabin in the winter and I was away from the log cabin in the snow with 3 people. And I hear Zap quietly say to themselves, oh, Kelf's over there. And in my mind, I'm like, target acquired. I have not talked to Zap in VR. I will find them. And I run over there and I'm like, ooh, the snow footprints are this way. I will get to them. How dare you? You're just so deer-coated. Doing that voice actually scratched my throat. Give me a sec. Ah. So you like focusing on your breath, how to slow it down, how to cut it off, how to give it back with a kiss. That is very hot. Hi. I can't believe this. How dare you? Hope you have fun at the con next week. I really enjoyed my Anther Expo time in 2024, and I just assume that it's going to be amazingly similar in 2025. Cons to me are basically just VR chat brought to life, like endlessly walking around like, oh my god, you're here. Oh my god, you're here. Oh my god, let's go get food together right now. It'll be really cozy. I'll get to meet old Drago for the first time. I'll get to see Gunnar the Rat again, who I like hanging out with. We might do a nail painting party. We've talked about it. Gunnar has like a lot of cool colors. I have what I consider a number of cool colors, so I'm definitely gonna pack those. Some of the freakiest animals on the planet still manage to look cute sometimes. That's us, right? So Akil started learning how to crochet. Whoa. Apparently, the style of crocheted plusies is called amigurumi. Amigurumi. That's cute. That's a good mouthfeel. Your code is so endearing. You finally found hard Mountain Dew at your HEB. I've never had alcoholic Mountain Dew, but honestly, I think I'd enjoy it. You had fun Friday. I'm glad, Faye. I talked to a number of different people about Friday because I always do. And so many people stayed up till like 5 in the morning Central Time or later. You were hunted down so quickly. I'm glad to have found you. You hear someone needs licks. Oh, me. And then Kelif taught you all the cool camera tech. I think that's one of my favorite ways to introduce people to VR is just to teach them small technical things they might not know. This is first time anyone's meeting Raygo. True. The unveiling of Raygo. We're gonna have like an event in a hotel room. They'll be behind like a tarp. We'll only see their shadow. Am I thinking about MFF this year? It's currently not on my slate. I'm gonna snooze this ad. It's currently not on my slate. My only thoughts right now are Anthro Expo and then AnthroCon, mostly because I don't know how much PTO I'll really have. Well, that's not true. Because my PTO is combined with my sick pay, I don't really know how many days I'll have free by later in the year, so I'm playing really conservative for the first half of the year. And maybe around like, I don't know, late July or early August, I'll start to prioritize of should I do another trip this year? Shit's rough, but keeping up some positive attitude in the spirit of resistance and being dramatic is something that you can do. True. I try so hard to be a positive presence in everybody's lives that I touch. I can't say that I have a 100% success rate, but I will say above average success rate on that. So Mountain Dew's already most of the way to something like a pre-made margarita mix. True. Raygo IRL motto reveal. Also true. You're not staying up until 5 a.m. in VR chat unless someone's showing a really good time. Emphasis on good time, if you know what I mean. You need to remember to request that time off. Do it right now, unless you don't want to open your work stuff. Put a post-it on your lid of your laptop for work or something. That's what I do when I need to remember things. I'm a positive impact on your life. Whoa, you're real thing that have met me. Whoa, thank you. Seeing Vincent chat, and I'm actually at the bottom again, finally. Seeing Vincent chat reminds me of one of the things I did yesterday. I'm only at 1 fountain pen letter right now, which is awesome. So I sat down and I typed up what I want to write for my next sender to, which is Scott Rahul. And I'm so excited to make my next wax seal because I'm going to try and combine multiple different colors of wax in it. I might fail and revert to my original method, but if I don't, it'll be really cool and I'll be very jazzed about it. Let's see. Where is my post-it? Here it is. I talked about that. I think I just want to show VR chat things. I think that's all I want to do. It's been an hour here. I haven't even shown like one VR chat photo. Well, one. There we go. Now I can show more. All right. Let me do this. Click. There we go. I'm going to sip my tea. Okay. So here was my Friday in VR chat. I had a lot of lovely different conversations with people. So when Divi popped in chat, I asked them a question about the invitational that Poppins do. And if anybody happens to have a link to the social media post, you can feel free to put it into the chat. But I saw the post in a Discord and I'm like, oh, okay. I know as friends, a lot of people who are going to be a part of this Balatro tournament. And I was chatting to Issa about it. And I was just asking general questions of, like, what's your confidence level? Like, what decks would you want to see? What decks would you not want to see? And it's interesting because I picked their brain, I picked Hawk's brain, and I just talked to a number of people in the competition. And I would say Issa has a good amount of knowledge going in because they were saying things like, oh, I hope they don't choose like one of the more popular seeds that everybody knows in Balatro. I want to see something unique and interesting. And the fact that they have even explored custom seeds that have like fucked up setups, that's something I know nothing about in Balatro. Ooh, thank you, Dio. And I click this. Yeah, there it is. The Lucky Dog welcomes its 16 patrons. Which one will you be cheering for? Only one may win the house's prize. To win it all, the Lucky Dog's House Invitational. Yeah, February 1st, 3:30 p.m. Central. Ooh, so that'll be when I get home approximately from going to Annex, because I'm going to drive home Sunday morning with a husband. It's about 5 or 6 hours. So I'll probably be home for this. Zord did a great job, by the way. Zord did the art here. My music's covered. I'm going to pause my music. They drew the Lucky Dog House Invitational. I heard them talking about it on stream. They made everybody a card that looks like a Joker, and they put it in the setup of the menu of Balatro. Love all the hard work. That Zord on the lower right, they did amazing. So cool. I'm going to shout out Yo What's Poppin'. They're very fun. It's going to be an ad starting in about 20 seconds. Let's shout out Yo Was Poppin'. There we go. Poppin's great, and the last like tournament they did was a big rivals tournament, and it was super fun to be around. I can only imagine this one will be super fun. That's gonna start in like 2 seconds. I'm sorry. Ugh. So many cool jokers. Hi, Zord. I know. I love how you set all these up. You talk about it in stream, but Zord took this commission that Hawk has that my head is directly over. And they were like, ooh, I reorganized some of the background elements to be better fit for the card. So they put like the sushi up here in the upper left, which is very cool. What a bunch of jokers. I can hear that in my head. You haven't even shown VR chat pictures, and I'm an hour to the stream shaking your haunches. You can shake your haunches as much as you want, BMO. But I'm going to be a very slow just chatter. Honestly, like, I don't know, a month or two ago, I had one of those anxiety journals, which that's what my journal is for, is to capture all my feelings. I had an anxiety journal. I'm like, Kelif, you chat more than you play video games, and I'll never finish any big adventure. And I thought about that, and I'm like, who cares? Who cares if it takes me 20 streams to finish essays on empathy? Maybe chatters will tease me about it like they tease me about Chained Echoes, but legitimately, like, who cares? If I'm having fun and people are having fun, does progress matter? So that is something that I think about just because anxiety permeates all facets of my life. Two separate? Are there two? Oh my god, there are two separate. Lamau, I thought there was only one. Anyway. Alright, what chat messages did I miss? I know I missed some. Ooh, you should brew some lemon ginger tea. My husband tends to go for lemon ginger whenever he's sick. Like, I'm the tea guy. I have, like, the shelf of the pantry that's all tea, and I sip, like, 10 different ones a week or whatever. He pretty much only drinks when he's sick or his throat needs some help. Those are so good. I know. Whoa. I love the Kobe. I love the Lupin. I love the Ziki. I love the Zordy. The Phoenix Redtail, very cute too. I assume Rego is part of it because he's been training for the Balatro. You'd love a Balatro card. So chat, fun, interesting info. So Issa right here, unrelated to the competition, just on their own time, is doing like a Balatro mod with people they know in the fandom, and they're gonna like make cool card effects for them and then maybe eventually release the mod to people. That's a long way of saying, if you had a Balatro Joker effect, what would it be? And I think it's interesting to try and take like one facet about yourself and how do you turn that into like a game mechanic? And I joked about it with Zord and Jovi one day. I said, what if, like, separately, your effects aren't that strong, but if you have both of you, Zord and Jovi, it's like a very strong effect. So you have to, like, try and find the pair and get them together. It's like, how can you make an interesting, unique mechanic based on your personality? You like the use of putting the team logos, the sticker of the Jokers? It's great. I think Zord has good design powers. Chatting is the adventure. True. Like, one of my favorite streams that I did recently was my achievements right there on the other screen When we did this game, Engolasters, January 2021, as part of Essays on Empathy, legitimately, I think there was like 20 minutes of gameplay and the rest was talking. I think it was literally that. It was like a 4-hour stream. You heard horny VRC and you were summoned? Yeah, Ruse? I didn't know this was part of your wheelhouse. A lot of lemon, a lot of ginger, a lot of honey. 2 days and you're better. So true. I need to buy more honey. Like, we have 1 thing of honey left. And I mean, like, fun honey. Not like go to the store and get some. Like, order from the internet something interesting. VRC's definitely been a fun experience these past few weeks, Caliph. I'm glad. Zero, I was talking to my husband in the kitchen, and we both get, like, new friends from time to time. I'm also definitely behind on chat. Let's put the fucking thing up. We were chatting in the kitchen, and he was like, Caliph, I'm so proud. I introduced a friend to VR, and they're not like a lost puppy following at my heels wherever I go. They're off having their own adventures and their own conversations and their own groups. And I was like, I think that's probably Wilfcade Zero for me. I was like, oh my god, Zero, come join me. You join me, and then you keep like having your own cool adventures and your own cool conversations, and I'm proud and excited for you. Oh, you've just been itched in Balatro? I didn't even close the Slime 2 tab from last week. I'm saving it to like actually look into it. I actually sorted a lot of my tabs earlier. I had what, like 6 different itch.io tabs open. So then I made Obsidian notes about them and then put them into a data view table. James are so cute, true. There's been a Stardew mod for furry streamers. I'm in that, yeah, the Furdew Valley. You too busy playing other roguelike deck builders like Wild Frost, Cobalt Core to bother with Balatro. Balatro is fun. I haven't played those other ones though. Rachel, hi Rachel. Thank you for pointing at my delightful tail. Rachel, how have you been? A lot of honey sounds like Caliph. I do like to be thick in a boy's throat. Oh, sorry, sweet. I like to be sweet. So I mean, the thing about chatting is for the environment has been nurtured here, and here is for the chatting vibes, yeah. Some we want gameplay attached to that or otherwise, but that's the general vibe. I think that's very true. I think I have catered a community to want chatting. Caliph, hi Liz, so nice to see you, Liz. So you dabble a little bit with VR stuff. You gotta know how to do that when you open avatar comms. It is fun, and like VRC Fury, RAR, like really helps that process shine through. I'm gonna sip my tea. And I have a number of really cool dragons. Which one do I want to show you, chat? I'm gonna hide this thing, even though it's definitely still true. And let's find a nice one. Oh, this is a good one. Chat, do you ever just need a hug? Do you ever just need a large creature to basically break your bones? I wish my bones were more broken right now. And I think this character by this name, I don't even know how to say it. I'll just paste it because I don't know how to say it. I feel like they could give me all the pops that I need. My back is stiff. Not after this, because it would just be disintegrated from how strong that is. Very, very, very tired. Oh, you're wrapping up the big move this week. You just want to sleep for a month? Why can't we as a species just bring in hibernation? Oh, you got you have a mug warmer? I love my mug warmer so much, Liz. I am obsessed with it. I have 2. I have one in this room and then one in the room where my work computer / bed is. So they're basically always going. Do it, nerd? They are a nerd, true. You're just about to redeem the dragon. You don't need ribs, just cuddles? Yeah. I know, VRC Fury is a literal godsend. Like, it makes the pipeline so much more manageable. Like, I don't want to have to make custom animations or do anything with the animator controller. And VRC Fury says, what if you never have to look at that again? Do you ever just need a hug frequently? I'm gonna get so many hugs at Annex, my upcoming furry con. I'm very jazzed about it. Is he given by a big muscular man? That's just bonus points. True. I think I missed a message I wanted to respond to. There we go. Yeah, from Zord. Funny enough, you had the same doubts about like talking and not game playing with Void Stranger because of how deep you are in. It's it's a balance. I mean, I understand literally everything in life is a balance, but it's one of the things that I have struggled and maybe will again struggle as a streamer of when do I focus on the game and when do I focus on the chat. That's part of the reason that I made the banner at the top, and I made that one thing where people can turn off alerts, where I guess the mods could like turn off all alerts so we could focus on a section in the game. It's basically because I like to play a lot of like weird, sad indie games where stuff can be happening. Like there could be a character death and it's really sad, and I'm like, "Hey Billy, thanks for coming on in. Oh my god, how's your day? Oh, Mildred just died. We're really into it." He made his order, now let him enforce it. Hi, Secret Rue. I know I could change off this scene, but why would I? There we go. You're gonna be as cool as the Rue. You'll send a pic when you try it out. You should. Your tea is gonna stay at a nice temperature for so much longer now. Crying in context systems. Hey, Fusky. I saw that you're playing Kangaroo and you were curious. What is that? It's just a nice guy. They just want a hug. They just want a hug, chat. That's all. Nothing else. Just the hug. But yeah, Fusky, I learned from my friend Ava that I should search for silly categories. There's a category on Twitch just called dog, and they stream to that. And after seeing that, I thought, I bet kangaroo something's a category. There's a game literally called Kangaroo. At the time that I stole this category for me, literally nobody streamed to it, so I thought, oh, okay, I won't feel bad if I just take it. It's mine now. I saw an ad for the Fifi's game and you recommend it to all your friends. In Stars in Time? I love In Stars in Time. You love him? They're really nice. That close-up, we could just have this right here in the back room. Would you be okay with that, Fang? Do you mind? Do you mind if we just like gyrate back and forth in front of their large open mouth? Oh, I missed this thread. Let's look. Socks actually made a cool thing to convert your stream elements chat widget to slime too. That's really neat. You should link that. Your version is all CSS changes, not like a change to the actual chat system. Hi, Sir Gaz. Hi. Ma close-up. Normal. We're so normal. Oh, sorry. Pet close-up. We could also do this. Just a hug. Just a hug. We don't care about our spines or ribs here in this chat. Anyway, I think I shared like one VR chat photo. Whoops. And then got really distracted. Petition to have Kelf actually pay Kangaroo at his next Twitch anniversary. I'm trying to think. I think it's only Volf, like VVOLF, that like has played Kangaroo. Maybe Captain Kobold. It's like a very old like arcade game, and I know at least one of them has played it. Wow, a dragon. I mean, we can go back, Fumble. Fumble, how was a gay baby jail? I saw those photos and everybody existing tiny in the terrarium, and I saw that you there. Hope that was really fun. Imagine how deep your muzzle could sink between those pecs. You ever just like have a long day at work and you just need to put your face in some pecs to feel better? Ooh, thank you. You found it. Another tab to have open and to go through in 2 weeks. Yeah, okay, nice. So I do love Socks the Wolf, so this is really cool. Hell yeah. I'm curious what other stuff they have in their GitHub, but I can do that later. It was silly. It looked delightfully silly. Speaking of silly, I was talking to Marshman here in VR, and Marshman is the most recent receiver of my fountain pen letters, my incredibly expensive redeem here on twitch.tv. And as you can see, their name is Marsh. This is important to the story. So I got their address, I sent it to them, and they said, do you need my real life name? And I said, no, the mail system does not care. The mail system cares about the address, but you can really write whatever, which is great for online communication like this. So I wrote down Marsh and I sent it off. I waited, and they sent me a message. And then they sent me another message, and they told me a story about how they got their letter. And we talked a little bit more in VR chat right here. Apparently, by pure random happenstance, the house that they're in with them and their family A person with the actual name Marsh used to live there like 20 years ago. And the family member sees a letter that's just addressed to Marsh, and they're like, this person hasn't been here in 20 years. And apparently their family member just just opens it up and like shakes it down onto the countertop. Which, one, I don't know why they would open other people's mail. Two, whenever I send off my letters, I also put a bunch of stickers in there, including, I don't have a photo of it right here. Hi, Ziki. I'm gonna go find a photo of it. Saved messages. Let's do this to find my Telegram sticker pack. And then right there, I'll take a photo of this. Hi, Ziki. You were doing a follower celebration today, weren't you, friend? I hope that was amazing. You should tell me all about it. Type 1 in chat if you want this to happen to you. So the family member takes the package that I sent to Marshman, goes, puts it all into the countertop, and apparently this one just landed face up onto the counter. And Marsh is like, that's for me, actually, and takes everything. So they didn't comment on it, apparently, but I would feel very awkward if a family member just happened to be an eye shot of looking at something like this as a physical media. Delightful Woozles. Oh, yeah, true. And Ziki, where are you on here? Yeah, Ziki's also a part of the Lucky Dog Balatro Invitational that Poppin's putting on. You had the key so hard you broke it. You can type 2 then. It's okay. The Sussy stickers. This is like the Sussy Est sticker that I have. I mean, if I printed the Nardad roommates, that would be the Sussy sticker I have. The Dwarf Fortress. It sounds like the setup for a Blumhouse horror movie. True. Yeah, look at that Nardad roommates. I love that sticker so much. Ooh, Voices of the Void right after the Balatro tourney. Wow. Silver. I was lurking a lot during your Outer Wild streams. God, I can't really ask you too many questions about it because you know why. But I hope you very much enjoyed the journey. I hope all the advice that Ventura gave, I thought it was really good advice. I thought that was all the breadcrumbs that you needed, and Sparky let me know that you were able to finish, which I was very happy about. I know people that open other people's mail or unlock other phones as messages is like a joke. I hate that. No, thank you. You just pouch good the stickers that have been sitting in your envelope for like 4 months. Let's go. You hit the other key so hard you broke it. Rachel, where do you work out? Like, can I get an invite? And they and they shared mail together. Meow 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 meow. Hi, silly yes. So your mom is taken to messaging you on Steam and telling you, say hi to your cartoon friends when she sees that I'm on VRC. That's really cute. I like that. Beak Haver spotted? Yeah. They had a very cute griffin base. I actually had not seen it before in VR chat. The advice is perfect. You love the game so very much. Very happy you took the journey. I'm just assuming then, Silver, that you're going to play the DLC. I didn't know they were there. You just pulled the letter out. Good thing you kept the envelope. It's true. I never really like talk about it to people, but since I'm sending it in a manila folder to keep like the letter really safe and perfect and doesn't have to go through a sorting machine, I don't really talk about it. Ooh, I forgot this is an emote that Harbus has now. The bird. Yeah. Let's see. Where was I at here? Oh, yeah. I talked to my friend Robikin. They are going to go to AC, and I haven't seen them since last AC, at least in terms of IRL. I'm getting like all the setup right now, getting ready for cons for the year, where I can be like, oh my god, I'm gonna get to see you at this convention. And I love having that conversation with people because it just means as soon as I do get to see them again IRL, just reinforces all of those fun talks we had about it. You're gonna get dinner, but you love y'all. Be around. I love you, Ziki. Have a good dinner. Thank you for the pets. Whoa. Oh, so here's a picture, automatic screenshot W, of me bending backwards with my full body tracking to stare at Zero. I always have like my camera pointing outwards to look at my own face, like right here. And I saw that Zero was behind me, and I'm like, hi, Zero. I can't make it happen on stream, but I am flexible enough to turn all the way around almost like an owl, but in the other slinky type of way. And I think it's fun to do. I did at least 3 separate times on Friday. If I can find an excuse to show off how flexible I am, I will do that. Oh, so my husband has been doing so much VR recently. I'm gonna pet his face, so proud of him. This is his what, 3rd week in VR, and he's been doing like Friday VR and Saturday VR. He's occasionally been stopping by the Friday meets, the Saturday meets, and he's just chilling. And there was at one point he was asking like a technical question right here, where it was like, husband, do you know why like my feet would not be touching the floor? And in my mind, I'm like, well, there could be a number of options, but I don't think it's related to OVR advanced settings, which was my first thought. But my second thought was, husband, you should check like your height in the game. You should look to see what it's set to. Like VR chat has an idea about how tall you are, and when you're first setting up, you have to set it, and it just does like the auto one. So for me, it would probably say around 6 feet. But you can just change it. You can lie, quote unquote, to VR chat, and it affects how your model reacts. So he changed the height that he was set to. Like instead of being 6, he changed it to 5'11" or something. He recalibrated, and then it worked. But this led to a conversation right over here with Barnabas. And we were both curious. It's like, how tall can you tell VR chat that you are? What's the limit? We found out the limit is 8 feet tall. And I didn't realize this, but based on the height that you put into VR chat, it affects how you see yourself, how you see your virtual body. It changes the perspective. So I changed myself to 8 feet, and then I looked down and I'm like, I felt like a giant. And it was this weird moment of, this is not the body that I'm used to, even though it is the body that I'm used to. And they decided to go the other direction. They're like, how small can I make myself? Ba, 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 ba. And they went down to like 4 feet tall. And they said they felt incredibly tiny. I did not try that one. It was a weird perspective shift in my brain, so I didn't want to try the 4 foot tall life. You very much love that rat? Me too. Whoa. Thankfully, many people can love my husband. You love Scuffle's cute hoodie? I know. The stars on the side are so adorable. Live Callus stretchies? Ugh. I can stretch right here. Do you IRL height 6'6"? VR chat thinks you're 6'8". Whoa. Husband VR arc continues. Let's go. Yeah. He has yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, it's probably right here. He has his friend Will. Like, it's funny to me because, you know, my husband and I live together and we love each other and we talk every day. He tells me all these stories about his friends that I don't really like interface and interact with because we're just in different circles. And getting to see more of his friends, because I'm like, oh, I've heard about Will. Y'all play this video game together and you talk about this. And I know that just from the talks, but like actually getting to talk with the people from my husband's stories is like very fascinating to me. They don't touch the floor because you're such an angel. Ah, if only I had your brain, Draco, in that moment. Kobold size? Scuffles is very kobold size. I think they would let a dragon take them away. That might be the rat you embarrass yourself with. I'll have to ask my husband for all the details later. I wonder if I'll get another Scuffles hug this year. He's very good at them. So the height thing is messed up. Supposedly there's a lot of tricks you need to do if the character's proportions are non-standard to make it feel right. That is interesting, Ruse, because a lot of people I know don't like wearing the Kingy avatar in VR chat. Don't mind that I'm a dog in this picture as I say that. But specifically because many people I know don't think like the arms match. Like the arms feel short to them and they don't feel right. Exclamation point husband continues to be a good chat. They are a very good chatter. I feel like we both have our different ways that we talk and approach people socially, but I feel like we're both successful in our own ways. The model's super cute. Yeah, it's a Skip 4D chibi base. It has like a number of different things it can be. It's like a modular type of model. I had never seen the setup in Blender until my husband asked, like, "Hey, can you help me rotate my ears?" Like, they wanted to like turn them essentially like this on the model, and they didn't have enough Blender knowledge to do that, so I went into their room to help them. And it's really interesting. The Blender model is set up with, I actually don't know what the technology is called, but they made sliders. And I don't mean like the blend shape sliders. They made like an actual physical mesh that acts like a toggle slider. And you just drag it left or right based on what you want. Do you want possum ears? Do you want lion ears? Do you want cat ears? And do you want like a possum tail or like a wolf tail? And it just spawns like the right mesh, and you follow the Google Doc that they send you to do all the things. So it seems like it's very much designed for a person who doesn't know much Blender, which I think is great. My ear is broken. Can you fix it? It's just flipped inside out. Yeah, drivers. Thank you. I've never actually made any drivers. I've just seen them in action in like other blend files and stuff. But yeah, I like Skip 4D. I like their models. Oh, so Hawk, who raided earlier, this is a picture of them and their massive pecs. You can tell they are cut from the same cloth as this dragon. But anyway, Hawk is one of my many friends who has gotten full body tracking recently. A week or so ago, he was like, "Oh, Caliph, like, what's different about my model?" And I'm usually, I would say, very good at noticing and realizing somebody is full body. But I was like taken surprise. So I was like, "What? Like, you have full body tracking?" Because I noticed them. A friend walked to their left and they turned to this side with their body and not the controllers in the game. And that's when it clicked for me. But in this moment, they were like moving a lot. They were wiggling excitedly. They were dancing. And I was very excited to see that they have embraced the wiggle so deeply. So I told them I would love to give you an honorary wiggle award, Hawk. And they were very happy about it. They've been made extremely easy to use lately, the drivers. So is it correct to say that they just trigger animation states, or like what does a driver do? Yeah, talk to Will. Oh yeah, this is my how to talk to short people pose. Like I'm not a tall person in VR. I'm like 4.5 feet tall, but my husband and Will and other people are shorter than me. So I try and just essentially bend 90 degrees and talk with them. And thankfully, VR chat is really good at capturing these angles. Also, I know a lot of people are trying to make this the reality for 2025, verified slut. I feel like it's a good energy to have going into the year. So all your friends are getting full body? Yeah, I know, so many are. But if you're spending that kind of money on something, it's parts for a new computer. I mean, that definitely has much more staying power. Full body, while really fun and amazing, and I love wiggling, is very expensive for what you get out of it. Like 300-ish dollars just to be able to shake your ass. Is that worth it for me and all other verified sluts out there? Yes, but that could be used for a lot of other important things. So you weren't going to do the Outer Wilds DLC, then a certain being bought it for you. Ow. So as soon as you finish this Planet Crafter, and apparently you didn't hit send on this, I was thinking, I thought we asked that a while ago, but you know what? I still remember the narrative thread. I mean, I think it's really cool. As a DLC, it's not going to be as long as the main game, positive. It's its own cool focus adventure, and I won't say anything more about it. Actually, I'll tell a story about before the DLC was released, so no spoilers possible. They had like a reveal, like, oh, we're releasing DLC for Outer Wilds. And I thought to myself, I don't get it. How do you take a game that has a complete universe, a complete story, and add DLC to it? And I had this mindset going in for the trailer reveal, and they had somebody from the game studio being like, all right, everybody, I know a lot of you probably have questions about how we're modifying the world, about how we're changing the universe to add new content. And then they sat there silent for like 30 to 45 seconds. Okay, enjoy the trailer. And that intro still sits with me because I think it's very funny. The way that they introduced it, I think is fascinating, but I won't speak to it here. So a driver basically modifies any attribute or value in Blender with another one. Oh, so it's like really powerful. So you're going to slime trackers. You're emotionally ready to cut up your headset for face and eye tracking. Gonna be a gay deluxe TM in VRC. I've known people like a normalized crow. They modified their index to have like the eye and face tracking based on like an open source technology, and that was really cool to see and hear their process for. Mm-mm-mm. Ooh, so this is Vire from the Ribbon Systems, and Silver Zaru is to the right here. My automatic screenshotter didn't catch it. But yeah, like Nervous, Silver, Zarua, and Vire, we were all talking. And I was excited because I won't show it here, but they posted a picture in a Discord because they all met up recently. Like they all went and got food and they explored the city, and they posted a selfie, and I've never seen any of these people's faces before then. So it became like a guess who. It's like a, I know these people's personalities, I know these people's voices. Based on how their face looks, based on what I know about them, who do I think is who? I don't know what the answer is, but I do like that puzzle of, I feel like I should be able to figure this out just based on vibes. I'm curious who you thought was who. I could send you a DM later because I won't show all your faces on stream, but like I could tell you my thought process. There's gonna be an ad starting soon. The timer just went down. I don't know when. So it's incredibly powerful, the drivers. You can have custom formulas and stuff. With the latest version of Blender, it's as easy to set up as right-clicking, copy as new driver, and paste. That is cool. Man, as somebody who does like programming and coming up with nuanced solutions, I'm very interested in seeing how people do that. That's the best, and you'd be interested. Let me write down on my post-it then. I'm gonna say Silver Z guess who. And my brain will know exactly what that means for the future. Let's see. Oh, Felix. Oh, true. So I was gonna get a photo that they sent me in VR. So two cons happened last weekend. It was FC, and then it was A&E, and then that was the ad right there. So perfect. I have time to go get my photo during the ad. Let me go to my Felix DMs. There it is. All right, awesome. I am prepared for my story for when the ad is over. But what I should also do is sip tea and sip water. Hi, Felix. Chat, if you went to a con and there was a dragon fursuiter, what would you want to have happen? Would you want to hold hands with them? Would you want them to give you a big hug? Would you want them to push you up against a wall and bully you and make you feel things deep inside of you? There's many things that could happen with dragon fursuiters, but we'll see the photos that Felix sent to me while we were in VR together once the ad's over. Oh my. I'm usually not a big fursuit like photo taker. I usually rely on other friends to do that. My friend Mance has like a Telegram channel where they just like photo dump like all of their photos from a con. Cinder's really good at taking photos. So like if I know one of those people at our con, I'm like, I'll just steal their photos. But I should be better. I should take like more selfies with fursuiters. I should just take more photos of fursuiters in general. That's something that I should do at both Annex and AC this year. You never take photos? I can't rely on automatic screenshotter in the real life. So I should be better about that. You would compliment them and be too timid to do much else. I will say, knowing fursuiters and having fursuited myself, people wear the suit to get attention, to get compliments. So whatever you say, they're like, oh my God, you look great. Oh my God, I love your character. Oh my God, you're so cute. You're so fluffy. That's why people are wearing it. They want the attention. Mostly just fursuit photos, stuff from dealers and maybe a food photo. Yeah. You taking photos while traveling though? It is a different energy. I think at cons, at least for me, it can be hard to remember to take photos because I always feel rushed and like it's by myself. Like I feel like I'm rushing to go find a person or to go find a food place or to go to the dealer's den or whatever. Like I don't feel like in the moment I have the time, even though I very much do. Dragon Vanity, true. Speaking of Felix, speaking of professional dragon kisser Tilda, they told me a story about how they were like, ooh, FC was so fun. I got to put on my suit, I got to walk around, we roamed around. It was like a crew of me and a number of dragon fursuiters, and they said, you should check your Discord. They sent me this tweet right here, this skeet right here. FC has some cool dragons there. :3. Whoa. Chad, do you want this to happen to you? Do you want a dragon to bully you up against the wall delightfully? Yes, good. Purple fox fursuiter getting pushed back by a blue dragon fursuiter. True. And then, yeah, we kissed too. So I thought both of these were very sweet, but these are very cute. What's the word? It starts with a K, like this one, like that one right here. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've seen like the memes about that. The face noms, just a little bit of a nibble with their plush teeth. So that was great. I'm glad that they shared that with me. You can never remember the word? Dragons have interesting kiss ideas. I bet you could write a very informative book about them. I had some nerd to nerd communication with Rago right here. They were ranting about something in their life, something that we both are want to do. And here's me just going like, oh yeah? Whoa, tell me more about that. Oh, speaking of interesting things to do with dragon mouths, Felix in chat has done like a lot of different customizations with their Moonfang, and they've like released a number of these for purchase on Gumroad so that other people can get into the Moonfang even faster, even quicker. And they had like a temporary upload where they were like, you should put this on. So I put on this cutie right here. I played around. I tried to do my quickest, fastest FF7671. I went a little bit more purple with it, but either way, I was very cute in the moment. And this is both Felix and Faywin just licking each other off camera right here. Kabadon? I think Kabadon is right. But I thought it was very cute. I did get licked by multiple Moonfangs right after this. I didn't get a good like automatic screenshotter of it, but just know that this avatar was a lot more moist than it looks right here moments later. Requesting some licks from Moonfang Kelef. I actually do want to like purchase this avatar base. I've been doing work on like my educational VTuber from time to time. So like I purchased this base by lack of bindings, the Chimera Hue, and I haven't bought another one yet. I've actually been trying to budget really hard and not just like let myself do as much with funny money and actually save towards important purchases. So I've been pretty strict about what I'm allowing myself to do. I have a budget already set that I saved up for last year for cons, so I could do whatever I want at Annex and not feel bad. But next one that I purchase, next avatar base, will be the Moonfang. The pure aesthetic circle glasses. I have to keep the circle glasses. So I want to tell the story now. Context for people who don't see every story that I tell on my stream, which is most of you. I want to make an educational VTuber and then create content for my professional work stack and then upload it somewhere. My thought is just to make like a YouTube tutorial series about how to solve very specific problems while removing confidential information. So I already talked about this previously on stream. This is from an old beta version that I had. Something that I did this weekend was actually get into the design process. This is the base Chimera Hue. There was zero customization in terms of textures. I just wanted to export it and prove I could do that and make it a VTuber with facial tracking, so I did. So I went to one of those color palette generator websites and I thought to myself, if I want to create a character that's not Kelef coded, even if it is technically me, what energy do I want it to have? What colors do I think I want to go with? And I thought to myself, maybe lily, like a nice lily color back here. I could do that. Thanks for following. I thought to myself, well, I could do something like a blue and a white, and that's a very, like, I think calming sort of presence. So I went to one of those generator websites and I played around for a little bit. This is the first blue that I enjoyed, like a very nice kind of baby cerulean sort of vibe. I wanted kind of like an off-white, not a pure white, not all Fs. I wanted some sort of stark contrast color that I thought to myself, I want the glasses to be a contrast color to focus the attention to the face. I was thinking making the face color kind of like a little bit brighter. It was kind of a dull gray before. It's also because like this mask right here is making this color appear darker, which I had to solve from a technical aspect. And then like a darker chassis color and then like an in-between accent color. That's kind of like the design idea. So I can show you what I played around with this week in terms of actually making one. So this is the change between what I played around originally, the default one, and then actually trying to bring in a unified color palette. So I think they look pretty good. I think they look pretty nice. I might still play around. This was, I don't know. This is like 5 or 6 types of attempts. Like all of them had a variation on this color palette because I do like these colors together. I made the glasses like a little bit thicker as well. I still kept their nice, silly oblong approach, and I love how it just rests on the face like this. Maybe I could add like a little piece of tape or something, but the fact that it's just like magneted on or whatever, I think is part of the silly charm. The color palette is very nice, but also very PowerPoint. I think that's very fitting, though, for like a character like this. Can't spell a soft off-white color without Faye. That is true. Faye. That's me whenever I see Faye went around. But I'm pretty happy with how they look. I might do some more like iteration on it, but this is where I'm at currently. I'd like to see what the jacket is in red. Ooh, maybe it's like an alternate texture. I think that's a good idea. I think I tried that on one of my iterations, but the rest of the body didn't have this feel yet, so I wasn't a big fan of it. Oh yeah, I think maybe I should try like white on the clothing, which so just the jacket, and then maybe make this part like a lighter color so it balances a little bit more. You think FF7671 would be better than the red they gave me? I could try it out. That could be like a very subtle call to me as a Kelef. It is interesting thoughts. Interesting thoughts. These are all the photos I had from like the Silver Zorua, the Ventira conversation. It was fun. Like I like just having us all gone to a corner talking about like our intimate experiences with this video game and figuring out all the tips and tricks and how to move forward and stuff. I can sip my water. So the red is nice on the glasses. It'd probably be too harsh on the jacket. I think you're right. Has it? Yeah, it has not been 2.5 hours. Oh, I didn't reset my Sammy right before stream. I did forget that. We can ignore that. As I always say, yeah, just ignore the bully time. It's not real. I'll take a little break before I actually start playing video games. I'm just going to get to the bottom of my little stories here. Anyway, it was very funny to me because Sam, who I don't have a photo of, they go by Enu in VR chat. Sam walk up to me and they're like, Caliph, Raygo's looking for you, just so you know. And I'm like, okay. So, at partway during the conversation with like Silver and Ventira, other people came on up and started to lurk and occasionally chime in. And including that there was Raygo and Marshman and Red Flash Drive, who we don't see here in this photo. Oh, no, we do. Cool. They're right there. But, Raygo, what they wanted to talk about is they essentially wanted to just nerd out with me. I mentioned at the top of stream, I say top, more like the middle section of stream, where I'm like working on all these like intricate, complicated work projects, and I feel like I'm problem solving for my environment, for my boss. And they were like, so you're problem solving, but what are like the technical things? Tell me all the nerdy details. Don't give me the overview like you do stream. What are you actually solving? And I'm always very happy to talk intricately about that. I do it less so on stream about the nitty gritty, mostly just because it's like I don't want to accidentally not obfuscate too much or obfuscate enough and then like give away too much info in a public environment. But like a private chat with somebody, I'll be a little bit more detailed. I won't spout secrets, but I will say like, oh, this is the exact style of problem we're dealing with. This is how I'm approaching a solution. These are things that like I've tried in the past. So it is fun for me to nerd out like that. Howdy Roo! You're here for some good vibes that are very needed today. Hi Setsu! I would like to be able to provide those good vibes. We have cozy crocodiles on their side. We have very tired synths who are about to pass out. We have handsome dudes in suits. So I feel like we have a good collection of different vibes. Since they're so good, yeah, this is the Synth Doll by Nicorita. A number of people were wearing it on Friday, specifically like Hawk and Marshman were wearing it. I don't have a photo of it, but it has more jiggle physics on the ass than I think any avatar I've ever seen. Maybe I just don't go to the right places to be able to see like a high tier showcase of ass jiggle physics, but this is at least top 10. That synth is new, isn't it? Yeah, it came out, I think, like last week, question mark. Nicorita, I think, makes very nice avatars. They are very Tumby focused, so every one of their avatars, even if it looks Twinkie by default, it will have a very powerful tummy slider. More than Divi? It's a great comparison. I think Divi is top 3. What was that about ass? Well, it has to jiggle. That's true. Now you're curious about Kelif's jiggle physics, both in and out of VRC? Well, no, you mistyped. It's a wiggle physics. That's what you can expect from me. I put this photo here in my recap because this avatar has what I consider an interesting feature. It has a manual blinking that you can activate, so you can choose like what sort of level you want your eyes open at. And like pretty much every avatar that I ever wear or use or customize has like an automated system. But the fact that you can do it manual is interesting because what they were doing here is they were doing like slow, intentional, sleepy blinks. They're like, I'm getting tired, everyone. And anytime I see even slightly new technologies in VR chat, be it from gigantic jiggly ass or manual blinks, I'm fascinated. They know what their fans want for sure. This is true. I feel like belly enjoyers eat well all the time in VR. Wiggle Physics, the debut album by Kelif and the Ruse, now out on Bandcamp and Spotify. Chad, if I made music, what genre of music do you think I would make? And is the answer the only one soft boy acoustic sad time? VR Kelif doesn't jiggle. IRL is still to be determined. This is true. If only like I knew how to twerk correctly, maybe I could go to like a convention panel and then I could really start to jiggle. I don't think this is a 2025 goal for me though. So Matos here, they were telling me all about how they're trying out a different suit. And that was kind of like what sparked the conversation between me and them because I noticed I was like, I did a double take. I'm like, are you wearing a different suit this time? Because they almost are always wearing a suit, as the CEO of Matos Incorporated does. But I could tell like it had different energy to it. And they started to show me and walk me through the different settings it had just for fun. And I really like this style of look, not just because I have that style of look, but specifically the clothing folds I think are very fascinating on this avatar. Look at this area over here. That feels really nice. That synth has teeth, you just noticed. It is true. I didn't even really think about that. Have I seen pictures of synth teeth before? Maybe, maybe. I couldn't tell you for sure. Not a 2025 goal. What about 2026? I could. So, I mean, we have skirted around with the idea of having very particular goals for 2025 around here, either for me or other people. And I feel like what we're talking about would relate to certain facets of this. Jazzy things for sure. Okay. This is based on vibes. Kelif taste is sad boy music and breakcore. I mean, that is true. Or heavy EDM stuff with a lot of jump around samples. Yeah. Imagine having like a breakcore song that just has Kelif giggles like interlaced in the middle of it. Let's see. Oh, so Scintilla, if people didn't hear, they recently hit Twitch.tv partner, and I saw them talk about it. Well, I saw them have the badge in Lunar Booho stream, who I like to I like to lurk in during the work week. And I saw that they had the badge, and I'm like, whoa! Like, I think it was early December. Scintilla and I were on like a rooftop on Just Be Club 3, and they were telling me about how them and their mods were like doing this whole thing. They had all these plans, all these stream ideas to try and like eventually make this happen. Even as somebody who didn't put a ton of focus, quote unquote, in trying to push for partner, it was still a very stressful time. So I think this photo, thank you, Automatic Screenshotter W, just shows the relief, the aura that Scintilla has of, I'm so glad it's over. I can't say it's true for all the Twitch.tv partners I talk to, but the majority, I would say, that I know and I talk to are just happy when the journey is over. So I'm happy Scintilla can relax and quote unquote do whatever the fuck they want now. The music pauses and just plays, I've had my lord. That is such a good idea. Since technically don't have teeth as part of the base, beyond the mouth zigzags, but they're also highly customizable. This is true, I guess, because they are, you know, cyborgs, quote unquote, another full robot. But either way, they are just like additions. You can have the teeth on them. You could have the thick ass on them. You can do whatever you want with your synth. Kelif Giggle MP3, the filthiest chopped up drum breakcore you've ever heard in your life. I think you said release. I could also say that. They seem to fit well with the model. You didn't notice at first. Marshman and Dr. Hawk were showing off interesting features. It has what I can only call a mewing feature. You know that thing where guys can like make their chin look really square based on camera angles and then make really weird faces at the camera? You can do kind of like a square jaw look with it too. I don't have any photos of it, but I'll just tell you, seeing like a Chad style synth is not how I expected my Friday to go. Let's see. I just thought this was a cute photo of Rego just staring at me right here. They were talking to me about so many people we know are getting full body tracking. Not just Dr. Hawk, not just other friends up and coming, but basically everybody is big into full body tracking right now. And they're like, but what if I? What if I did that too? What if I kicked about? What if I was like Torrent over here and people took photos of my ass because I keep bending over with my full body? And it'll happen someday for all of my close VR friends who play as much as I do. But it is expensive. We were talking about it earlier. $300 just to be able to bend over a little bit in VR is a lot to ask for. Same honestly, yeah. Nice argument. Unfortunately, I've drawn you as the default robot and myself as the synth. Oh, so I love how fluffy Roster's raccoon is. Roster's very sweet. I thought it was funny because, and I had a photo of this on my last Pure Ref for last Friday. I was standing in this exact position the last time I talked to them, and they walked on up to me and they said, Kelif, it's been a week. You haven't moved. And I'm like, no, I promise. I was around so many places in this world today hanging out. And they're like, sure you were. Sure you weren't just standing here the whole time talking. And part of the reason I wanted to show Roster, not just because I thought that was funny. Look at this automatic screenshotter. I'm going to get off the screen over here. Look at this. I'm talking to a cute fluffy raccoon. I'm inside the cute fluffy raccoon. 100% of my vision is inside of their fluffy body right now. Is their hand just directly in my face? Don't look at that. No, we are purely inside the fluffy raccoon. 100% Roster. The fluff. I've I was gonna say I've never, which is not true. I very rarely worn avatars that have like the fast first shader or normalized crow first shader, and they are very pretty. I do like it. Like Felix in chat has it on one of their Moonfang versions. It's very cute, and I could see myself trying to out in an avatar. I wouldn't want it on the Nardo. I wouldn't want it on the Kangi. I might want it on like the Pupper, or I might want it on like the Doggo, but I haven't tried it out yet. And I was good. I actually, most of the times I lie to people where I'm like, I went to bed early in VR chat, and that ends up being 2 or 3. I actually went to bed at 1 because I had 8 a.m. Saturday chores with my husband. We had to go do like car stuff. We're doing the road trip to Annex in this upcoming week. So we wanted to get like the oil changed, tires rotated, the classic car chores, just to make sure that everything's all good. When I went food shopping today, I got snacks. I got ready for the road trip. I don't care if it's a week away. I went shopping today. I wanted to prepare. We have like a bunch of bottles of water. I got like 3 different types of chippy snacks so that we don't have to stop super often. I'm so ready. I'm taking like a half day on Friday. I told my boss I'd be done at like 1 p.m. and then I'll just be leaving. But honestly, whenever my husband wants to go after lunch, I'll probably just be like, all right, I did my 4 hours. Bye, boss. And just like leave. We'll see how that goes. I don't know if it'll be a busy upcoming week and that might be hard to facilitate. But no matter what, I have a hard stop at 1 p.m. on Friday, and then we'll probably jump on the road. So fluffy. I know. So fluffy. What snacks? So I got cheddar Chex Mix. I got what are they called? I forget the name of the brand, but they're voodoo chips as a flavor, and I like them. Is it Utz? I don't think so. Either way, I got those 2, and then I got those little like crackers with like the cheese kind of spread on the inside. I got those. Zaps! Thank you! Yeah, the Zaps chips. I love the Zaps voodoo flavor. I used to have a job at a local place here like 4 years ago called Twisted Fresh, and they had the Zaps chips. So when I was done and I got to take my free chippy at the end of my work meal, I grabbed that one a lot. It's decided you're making burger. Ooh, burgers are so nice. Tasty? Yeah, they're gonna be fun. I know my husband and I both love the cheddar Chex Mix, so I'm ready. I want to devour them. I put them in a different cupboard that I barely open in the house to try and make my brain forget that I have nice snacks. They have to be ready for road trip times. Let's see. I'm just seeing if there's anything I forgot to talk about. Oh, there is. There is. This is why I have a post-it, so don't forget all my funny stories. Okay. So I talked earlier about how I got 1 package in. I got my writing proposals, rhetoric for managing change, my nerd package. I also ordered other stuff that happened to come in yesterday. So I showed this off on stream, the things that I wanted to buy that were related to journaling supplies. And I normally don't fall for this trick, but I had just gotten paid and I didn't mind getting tricked by capitalism, where I said, I only want to buy these 2 or 3 things from JetPens, this journaling website. And they said, if you spend like $10 more, you'll get free shipping. And I said, you win. I want more treats for me. So let me show you all the things that I got. I think they're all very cute and will add to my adorableness as a journaler IRL. So the basic thing that I wanted was like an index clip. The idea being, oh, well, it's a very tiny metal clip that has a nice aesthetic to it, and it can be on the side, kind of as like a bookmark to a page. And I also like the idea of, well, even if it's a light metal, it'll still hold the page down and it won't flip while I have it face open on a disk and I come back to it. Because it serves as like a reminder to me. If I write a checklist in my journal, I want it to sit open face on my desk so I can't forget about it. If it flips to the wrong page, like I lose that kind of brain idea. So I wanted an index clip for that. And I got some other things too, because they're cute. Let me show you. So these are all like the types of clips that I got. They are all flower themed. I have a better picture of them. But I also got like this thing. It's like a metal index clip. I put it the wrong way. It's like a little metal index clip. It's much heavier than these thin guys, but they have all these nice little funny shapes. If I want to draw a house, a little stencil, I can. If I want to put like a little car or an airplane next to my daily journal, I can. So I just got so much fucking cuter in my bullet journal 2 here by Leuchtturm, which is what this right here is a part of all their bullet journals, which I think is very cute. Here's a close-up of all the different flowers. We have every season here, which is extra adorable to me. So I'm always going to be on brand. I love them. They're going to add to my journal excitement every day. You go through all the pretzels first and then enjoy the rest. Agreed. I think hard pretzels are boring and I don't want them in my snack. But I guess it's like they serve a purpose. Because they're boring, they make everything else exciting. The flowers are so cute. You love them? I love them too. Oh my god, Hawk, whoa! I have 2 letters to write. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Where's my my pen? My Sharpie specifically. I write these down in Sharpie. Hawk. You are right here. Whoa, I have so much I could talk to Hawk about. Oh, this is exciting. Ooh, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hawk, thank you so much for redeeming that. We can talk in DMs about stuff with a letter. And since I've already sent a letter to Rick, I have experience sending letters to Brazil now, which is awesome. Let's go. So, but what's in the overlap between the what and the why? I think it's a bullet journal, so I think that's the idea, is like you are filling in you are giving definition and purpose between the what and the why. You love hard pretzels. Stick is the best shape. This is why I have to share Chex Mix with you so we can give each other their favorite parts. I love soft pretzels. Soft pretzels with cheese, raw, is absolutely delightful to me. Kangi writes them on his face and doesn't wash them off until the letters are written. I mean, this is true. Yeah, I'm constantly covered in just like signatures by people, all my adoring fans, and also my husband. So being boring mean that it's harder to overeat them. That is true, yeah. Stealing them from you now. Let's go find a dragon to look at. Chat, how do you like your dragons? I know a lot of people will say, well, I like them muscly. I like them like they look like they could destroy me. But don't you actually want a soft one? One that could read to you? One that could help you solve problems? One that is drawn by Raz_tough potato? What are they reading? Are they a nerd? They're definitely a nerd. I wish they had tiny little glasses that were barely hanging on around their horn, maybe like tied on. That's the only thing I think missing from this piece, aside from the tea sitting to the side. I know it has to be there. I know they have to have a very good tea ready to go. Chat, how do you like your dragons? Yes. 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 You like soft, fluffy creatures? They are much easier to take a nap with. That's true. It's giving 70s college professor. That's true. Big, sophisticated dragons are underrated. So this dragon is hoarding knowledge and word count and cool, epic stories. Maybe they're reading like a trashy, sexy novel. I could also believe that. He would ruin me intellectually, and I'm here for it. Caliph, Rhaego, yeah. Friend shape is the best shape. You'd watch an anime and watch this? Ooh, what would it be about? What would the epic story they would go on be? Are they trying to find the perfect novel and they keep like guessing every plot twist? Are they looking to finally be surprised by a book? Have they just read so much over their very long years that authors can't surprise them? But then an author does something they don't expect and they start to consume their whole catalog and they try and find out, who is this person? How can I get to know them? I have to meet them. And then it's a love story. You're immensely attracted to this dragon. Caliph, right? I get my first grade as Professor Caliph. I did, wherever it is. Yeah, I did. I gave my first Wiggle Award right here. He's an English professor. The trashy novel is going to be on the syllabus for next semester. Ooh, yeah. It'll be like 3/4 through to make people unstressed for finals. It's like, sorry, we've been reading really high level, very thick, like 1,000-page novels. Let's read this trashy stuff right before we get to the final project. Big and muscled with a heft in the middle for snuggling. Yeah, the nap spot. Do I have a favorite author? I sigh because I'm trying to become more of a book person now. I don't know if I have read many books by one singular author. If I have to, oh wait, I did a thing. I did a thing so I can share this more easily. Yeah. And then I go here, and then I go here. Perfect. This is a flashbang warming. This site doesn't have a dark mode. I made this actually earlier this week. Oh, what has Caliph read recently? What are his 5-star reads? I only did one. I probably have another one in there. And what am I currently reading? I mostly just read self-help books, to be purely honest. That's kind of my vibe. That's kind of what I care about. Do I offer classes? I mean, I'm literally trying to. I'm trying to make my little educational VTuber and create some content. I didn't intentionally make their heart red, so it'll pop out a little bit. It's not defaultly that, actually. It's like this off-white color. Chat, it's gonna be an ad starting in like 10 seconds. 7, 6. I'm gonna run it. I'm gonna run the ad. Ooh. Takes written notes on everything except the written word. I'm actually trying to extend my notes a lot recently. I would say between 3 and 4, all I did was sit on my bed with my laptop, just like reorganizing some notes. And it made me feel really good. I'm making them more atomic. So I think that was all the stories that I want to talk about. It only took 2 hours and 16 minutes to talk about all my stories. So I think since the ad is running anyway, this will be a perfect time, a perfect reason for me to go stretch my legs to take care of myself before I go play some essays on empathy. So I will actually go stretch my legs. I'll change the music vibe. There we go. I've only been listening to that one album on repeat this entire stream. I need to show you how I integrated my schoolwork into Obsidian. You should. You showed me your original idea with your CSV template, but I'd be curious to see how you moved it from there. Chat, this is a little break. Once a stream, I want to stretch my legs. I want to take care of myself. You can think of like a little contract. If you go take care of you, I go take care of Rue, and then I play a little weird game, and then I talk to you. Oh, gosh, I love taking care of myself, making good, soft decisions. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. There we go. Let's see. Hey, let me see something. Why did it get so much quieter? Wait. Eh, eh. Huh. Question mark? It got much quieter. Huh. Hmm. Quiet and tiny. Yeah, my microphone got way quieter. What happened? What happened? I don't know what that didn't change anything. Let's see. Testing? No, it's just quiet. How did it get quiet? Uh, hmm. Change. Yeah, let's see. Uh, oh, you heard a pop? Oh, it popped. Okay. Interesting. Hmm. Pop. So that might have been that was still a pop. Huh. Yeah, that pop there was me like unplugging, replugging. What happened? What happened? Hmm. Interesting quandary. I have a thought. Uh, Still quiet. Okay. Interesting. Uh, uh, I don't know what's gonna happen there. That's quite the jinx. That's quite the. How is it so quiet? I feel like that's a bad idea. Hmm. I need to take some time to investigate this. I'm tiny and quiet. I don't get it. uh hmm. Hmm. Yeah, it... So, yeah, someone uncurse my mic. Agree. So I've unplugged, replugged. Huh. Yeah. Hmm. 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 Yeah, almost. I'm too small. Interesting. Yeah, it's locked in OBS, so I can't even change it. Yeah, I tried the rolly button, but it just like made the gain way too strong. So it couldn't have been that. I wonder why it popped. Hmm. Yeah. I don't know what could it be. It's so quiet. Huh. Hmm. Sorry, that was probably a terrible sound. Pop. Pop? I did check my audio mixer in Windows, yeah. That's a good idea, Hawk. Let's see. Filters. Noise suppression. Compression. Limiter. Even turning all of them off, it's worse. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. That is very strange to me. Huh. Hmm. I can do that. Lamau. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, right off the screen. uh. Hmm. The softest Kangi sounds lost in the distance. That is so weird. I am so small. I'm so small. Thank you. Tiny room.